What's going on, guys? Welcome back to CpyNews, and we have done one of these for a while, and we have a new avatar obviously, but we are back and we're doing stuff now. So let's get into our today's first story, shall we? Which comes from Games Informer, and it is about PlayStation ending Twitter X integration next week. So this means that PlayStation users will no longer be able to directly upload screenshots or video clips from the console to the social media site. So that is kind of annoying if you're one of those people that wanted a quick way to share stuff like that. Now you're going to have to find a different solution. Maybe you'll have to upload it to some other platform and then download it to edit it to upload it, and or send it in somewhere to share it to your phone so you can manipulate it and get it onto the website. But yep, that support is going, that integration is going, so you're no longer going to be able to just directly do it. So there's a few more things that this disables as well. It means that you won't be able to view any content published on the platform, Twitter, and you won't have the ability to post or view content. You won't be able to share your trophies anymore, or other gameplay related activities, all that stuff, all that integration of the things that you'd normally be able to share. That is completely gone now. And, Sony isn't the first person to do this. Microsoft has done the same thing as well, which doesn't allow posting directly to the platform anymore from the console. And you instead have to use the Xbox app to do it. And apparently, according to this article, you can use the PlayStation mobile app to upload gameplay captures to then post on X. So there is a way of getting them onto your phone and being able to do it. It just isn't as intuitive as just doing it from the console itself. Let me know down below, does this affect or bother you in any way? Was this a feature that you even used? Because I don't really see people use it that much. Most of the people I see posting content is generally content creators who've edited the content and then uploaded it to Twitter afterwards. Like, they've put it through editing software, added captions, and cut it and messed around with the webcam and stuff. I've never seen anyone just post raw gameplay or trophies or anything. Maybe that's just me. I don't feel like anyone really uses these features. But let me know down below. Is this something that you use? And will it affect you in any way? Our next story comes from the BBC. Don't worry guys, it's okay. Fortnite maker Epic Games takes Google to court. So, you remember when Fortnite took Apple to court? Well, now they're taking Google to court for the exact same reason. So, the firm has accused Google of acting as a monopoly, charging 30% commission on in-app purchases on game Google Play Store. Epic Games accused Google of turning its back on its Don't Be Evil motto, which the company coined when it was founded in 1998. And Google is obviously arguing the complete opposite, and has said that there's other ways of installing apps on Android other than using the Play Store. Therefore, it's not a monopoly. It's not, you're not forced to use Google's Play Store to do those things. And it's another antitrust case against Google, who's apparently got one in the US as well, which has accused the company of holding an illegal monopoly over search. So, this will be the second antitrust case that Google has right now. Yeah. And obviously, ultimately, the last time that Epic tried this, it was not successful. They didn't successfully sue Apple. We did make a slight change in how things worked, because it did allow apps to steer users away from Apple's in-app charges. But there's not really much to this yet. This will be something that'll come out later. But I want your opinion on these stores, right? The app stores on all the platforms, right? Do you think them charging a percentage makes them a monopoly? Because let's be perfectly clear, right? Like Epic Game Store, they charge a percentage as well. Steam charges a percentage. They all take a cut of purchases on their platform. And do you in any way think it's a bit hypocritical of Fortnite to say that, for Epic Games to say, oh, well, Apple's a monopoly, Google's a monopoly because of these charges, when they're a platform and they have similar charges and fees for people who buy games through their services, right? I don't know, I find this, hypocritical. I think the charges should be, way, way less. It should be whatever the percentage is necessary to maintain the platform plus a 5% bonus, right? Like, that's what I feel it should be. It should be the minimum amount to maintain the platform and 5% for profit. That's what it should be. And obviously that's going to vary from different platforms, what they need to maintain their service and stuff, right? But I don't know, I just feel like this is hypocritical from Epic Games to say, oh, well, you're a monopoly because you're charging 30% on purchases from your store, when Epic has their own store that they've charged a percentage of purchases. And our next story comes from Games Industry, and it's about the Escapist. A lot of stuff has been happening at the Escapist this week, and this first came to my attention because of James Stephanie Sterling. Saw some tweets about it, about the Escapist on Twitter, and I was like, oh, seems there's changes going on there, and quite a lot has happened. The Escapist staff resigned following termination of editor-in-chief Nick Calandra. So yeah, journalists from the Escapist have resigned in response to the termination of its editor-in-chief Nick Calandra. On Monday, Calandra announced on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, that he was fired for not achieving goals reportedly set by Gimmers Group, which acquired Escapist last year. And he says, I was let go for not achieving goals that were never properly set for us, and a lack of understanding of our audience, and the team that built that audience, Calandra wrote. I've watched many colleagues let go for the same reasons, and today was my day. And he shared more information on Discord, revealing that the entire video team has resigned in response, and that includes Ben Yahtzee Crawshaw, which is the name that popped up when James Stephanie Sterling was tweeting on Twitter, if you want to call them the commander, right? So yeah, and Yahtzee wrote, today I formally resigned from the Escapist and Gammers. Crusher wrote today on X, I don't have the rights to zero punctuation, but whatever happens, you'll be hearing from my voice again soon in a new place. And there's more to this here. We were given unattainable goals in a very short amount of time after being sold to Gammers by Enthusiast Gaming, Calandra said. In addition to being editor-in-chief of the Escapist, I was a YouTube strategist for the last 6 months, tasked with helping build an entire video department from scratch that was asked to grow both in viewership and get profitable, but with no plan from upper management to actually do so. He added the entire Escapist team put their heart into every piece of work we put out, and the talent brought in was unmatched. That kind of talent isn't cheap, and my mission with the Escapist was to not be driven primarily by views, but by direct funding through premium memberships and live streams. That was working, and we grew year over year. For all 4 years I ran the Escapist, unfortunately, while ultimately more sustainable in the long run, and not being reliant on shifting ad revenue from quarter to quarter, that kind of growth wasn't fast enough for Gammers in the short term, despite our model clearly growing year after year. And I mean, that's a hard position to be in. And there's been many conversations around this on Twitter and stuff from people discussing it. And the general consensus is like, these companies come in to buy these outlets, right? And they look at the financial aspect of it, and they see the finances, and all they think about is, how can we make this even more profitable than it is now? Now it's good, let's buy it, but let's make it even better. So they try and make these changes, and they put these targets in place, and they push for stuff, but they don't understand the core audience of these outlets. Sometimes they just clearly don't have a clue who their audience is at all, and just do stuff that the audience just isn't interested in, and make changes that turn people away. And this just seems like another case of that, where, you know, this Gammers group who bought the Escapists don't understand what makes the Escapist, and ultimately they've fired the editor-in-chief, and with that has caused the staff who worked under them to resign. And I think that says more about the editor-in-chief than anything, that the fact that he was fired, that everyone that worked under him on the video team was just like, you know what, if he's not here, I don't want to be here. That shows what kind of person Nick Calandra is as a boss, as, the respect that he's earned from his colleagues, that they feel like if he's not here, we can't be here either. We need to leave to find our own path. And that's huge. And I hope every success to Nick and the rest of them who have resigned or been fired, as in Nick's case, with their future. And I'm sure they'll go on to do other stuff. And many of the things that was said was, the Escapist just shot itself in the foot because everything that made them good, that was bringing in people, that was retaining an audience, that's gone. Those people that built up and were keeping the Escapist profitable, those people are gone now. So I don't see the future for this outlet being very good. But let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think will happen with the Escapist? And I didn't personally read anything or interact with any of their video content or anything, so I don't know. But if anyone, does read the Escapist or watches their videos or articles and stuff, please do let me know down below what you think will happen to them now that they've lost pretty much, all the people that were actually making the Escapist worth reading for many people. So we've got another story from games industry, and this is the stupidest headline I've ever read. Former Keyword Studios employees to strike outside Bioware Edmonton. And you did hear that right. The former employees are striking. They've been laid off. They've been let go. But they've decided that they're going to go on strike from a job that they don't have. So this is unemployed people striking outside their place where they were formerly employed but are no longer employed, instead of actually going and getting another job. Just let that sink in. But let's get into the story, shall we? So as game developer reports, the group consists of the unionized Dragon Age QA team, who were let go in September after Bioware decided not to continue its contract in August. Members will strike to yesterday, apparently, after the union filed a notice with the Alberta Labour Relations Board to strike. And Bioware allegedly objected to former employees striking outside their offices because they were remote workers, and also because they didn't work there anymore. However, the board ruled in the union's favour during a hearing on November 2nd, as former staff would remotely access computers located, blah blah blah. We view this Labour Board ruling as a huge win for not just us, but remote workers everywhere in Canada, said union spokesman. I'm sorry, are people just insane in Canada or something? I'm so confused. You're former employees, you don't have a job, and you're striking. It's not even a strike. You're just unemployed people standing outside the place you used to work going, we want better jobs, and we want more benefits, but we're unemployed. I'd normally have sympathy for people striking, where it's like, we are gonna strike for as many weeks as it takes so we can get a pay rise, and we get better working conditions, we can get better hours, we can have better work-life balance, so we're not treated like crap, and all the problems that are here, we can get them dealt with. There could be various issues going on at a company, but usually striking is like, we'll strike and we'll get those things fixed. This isn't what's happening here. These people have already been fired. They are let go. Their only recourse now is, sue. If you think you were wrongfully terminated, sue. Sue here, sue Bioware. If you're not going to do that, don't stand outside the place you used to work going, you fired us. We're going to stand here with our pickets. Either get to a job centre, find a job, or sue them. That's literally your only two options. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this one down below, because to me, this is just absurd. These people were told in August that they were getting laid off. They were laid off at the end of August, beginning of September, and now 2 months later down the line, they're striking outside the place that they used to work. For what reason? They're unemployed. They don't work there. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so now we're moving on to something about Mass Effect. We have a trailer, N7 Day 2023 thing to watch. I have no idea what it's about, but It's apparently like a cryptic clue to something related to Mass Effect, so let's get into that and see what that is about, shall we? So we got someone walking, and yeah, it looks weird. But you got someone in a suit, N7, obviously. I'm interested to see what this is going to be or when it's going to come out. Is that it? So, Mass Effect. So I'm presuming, or at least most people are presuming, that this is going to be some sort of announcement trailer for a game or something. Let's hop over to the thing that they leaked. Why is it always cookies? So, N7 Day. Celebrate this year's N7 Day and all things Mass Effect. Celebrate N7 Day. 20 brand new cosplay guides to help you craft the perfect costumes. Okay, so there's a cosplay's guide. Not sure how that helps. You click celebrate N7 Day. Hey everyone, every November 7th we all come together. Developers, super fans, regular fans, kind fans. Celebrate and speculate about the game, stories, and communities that make Mass Effect so special. It's testament to the long-standing appeal of this universe and the characters who call it home. 11 years of N7 Days and 16 years of Mass Effect later, the franchise continues to inspire our development team, and with each day gives us the opportunity to create more adventures for you to have. Whether it's one of the many who have been here since the original game's launch, or those recently joining us at Bioware, we are all incredibly lucky to be envisioning this future. Okay, and to keep talking, what happened to everyone you know and loving the games, who really died, who had kids with whom, what does the baby voice sound like, what about all the galaxies, the endings, blah blah blah. And of course, to those questions there are answers, but you'll have to wait to hear them. And anything we do say won't be easy to find, just like you've come to expect from our N7 Day teasers. And that's from Mike Gamble, Mass Effect franchise director and executive producer. And apparently there's a thing on Humble Bundle where you can get Dark Horse comics. The Dark Horse, Mass Effect and Dragon Age comics available in a convenient place. And the proceeds go to Child's Play. And that's obviously a charity for children in hospitals. I believe they're the ones that allow kids, you know, to play games and stuff and help bring up the spirits and make them happy. And it's a very important thing and can make a lot of difference to somebody's day. And apparently Commander Shepard is getting, I'm presuming that's meant to be, say, getting an iconic battle-worn statue. Apparently this is in collaboration with Dark Horse. I just saw a picture of it here. Oh, it looks cool. It looks cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I'll leave a link in the description to this entire article because there's a lot of stuff there. But yeah. Oh, and there is posters and stuff as well. So you can download the N7 poster as well if you want that, which is cool. It's a cool poster. And like I said, I'll leave a description to this page so you guys can go through, look at all the stuff, and see if you want anything or if there's anything interesting in there for you. And now we're moving on to another trailer, and this one is interesting. It's about taxi life. So let's watch this, shall we, and see what this is about. This actually looks kind of cool. I watched a little bit of it before we started, and it looked kind of cool. So you can see, like, you driving around, it looks fairly realistic. Like, graphically, it looks pretty damn good for a simulation game. Because a lot of these simulation games, some of them look absolutely awful. But this one actually kind of looks good. Oh, hello. You can actually hit stuff, which is nice. I don't think your vehicle gets damaged, though. It didn't look like any of the vehicles took damage. But it did have a nice effect. But if you ever want to live your life as a taxi driver or simulate being in the Uber, I guess this is kind of the game for you. Yeah. I'm not sure what the purpose is though, whether you just drive on your own or whether you try and build up, like, a company. I guess you drive on your own, right? And you can have different cars and vehicles and stuff. Yeah. But it's coming to PS5, Xbox Series XS, Epic Game Store, and I'm presuming that the last one will be Steam. Let me check though. I can't really see because they have the a video at the end. Oh, and Steam, yep. Yep, it's gonna be on Steam as well. And the apparent release date for this, according to Steam, is February 2024. And I'm presuming that that's gonna be the same everywhere. I'm not sure why they did the release date video, but in the video, they didn't actually put the release date from what I can tell. Like, if you look at the end screen, you'd expect to see the release date here, for it to say like February 2024 or something. But it isn't there, which is weird. But oh well, let me know what you guys think of that. It looks like interesting, at least. I want to see in February, like, what mods in it by that time, and watch some people play it and see how much you can actually do. Because it could be fun. Or it might be terrible. But it does look better than some of the other simulation games out there. And this next story is a good one, and it comes from TechRaptor. And it's that time of year again, guys. Star Citizen will be free to play for almost 2 weeks later this month. And yeah, it's that time of year again where Star Citizen does the 2 weeks free to play experience, so people who don't own the game can play the game and interact and see if it's something that they want to get into permanently. So the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2953, which will come with nearly 2 weeks of free access for everyone. Regardless of backer status, gamers will be able to enjoy the full current build of the game, with no restrictions from November 17th to November 30th. And this works same as always, guys. You have to go to CIG's website. You need to go on the official website. You need to register your account, robertspaceindustries.com. Go there, register your account. Once you have your account registered, you'll be able to log in. And when you log in, you'll be able to download client. You got download client, and then you can play the game. And yeah, I did this, not last year, the year before. I think the year before? I think it might have been the year before. Yeah. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was an experience. It didn't run well on my PC because I have a little graphics card, but it was good, and I enjoyed it. And once I do get a new graphics card, Star Citizen is definitely something that I am going to be considering playing, because there's a lot to do. And it's 2 weeks, it's free, you're not going to lose any money or anything. And they'll give you starter ships and stuff. Like, it's not like you go in and you have absolutely nothing. You'll get a starter ship, and you'll be able to very quickly get into space and travel and do stuff, right? And you can transport and everything. And then there's also like the export stuff that you can do. So we got actually like a trailer thing here, so I'll play that for you guys so you can watch and see. There we go.
Experience a universe of possibilities.
The expo's always cool. They always show stuff off. Like some of the ships that you just got to look at there, like, it's just awesome.
And manufacturers.
Yeah. So like, it is a chance to get to look at all the stuff in the game as well.
Touching down at Tobin Expo Center.
Yeah.
November 17th.
I recommend, if you like sci-fi and space games, you know, give it a go, because you won't regret it. It's a lot of fun to do. But yeah, like I said, that starts November 17th. So if you register now, you'll have plenty of time. I recommend downloading the client early if you can. You won't be able to log into the game early, but if you download it early, then you'll be able to, day one, make sure that you have your client open, get all your files downloaded and stuff, have the game installed, so when it does open the servers up to everyone, you can just get straight in and get playing and enjoy the entire 2 weeks, right? And speaking of stuff to play, announcing regional beta 2. And this is for The Division Resurgence. There is a regional beta for this game coming out on November 16th for players in the USA, Brazil, Australia. And there will be invitations sent in several waves starting November 16th. Apparently there's various ways that this happens. So, pre-registered players in the US and Brazil will have a chance to be selected and may receive an invitation. And in Australia, apparently they will be opening the game to all interested players with compatible devices. So, if you're in Australia, apparently you've lucked out. You're all going to get to play. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe because it's only an Aussie server, so... But it says regional beta. I don't know. Maybe it's because they want... Because of the time difference and everything, they just feel like they need the players, so they want as many Australian players in it as they can get. But yeah, let's watch the video for it at least anyway.
Only in New York can you find Broadway. See the glimmering light shining so bright, turning night to...
What's going on with the bitrate for this thing? Oh wow, that's just the video, okay. I think that's more of a YouTube transcoding issue.
Only in New York.
YouTube's had weird issues with that lately, where videos just don't look good. I've also seen them trying to be pushing premium so you can get like better video quality, which is just scummy to me. But yeah, this test, it starts on November 16th, so if you want to play, I recommend checking it out. This looks kind of mental. I mean, hopefully it's good, right? I'm pretty sure this music's copyrighted to all hell. So yeah. This video is gonna get demonetized. Or at least copy striked or something. But yeah. Don't know what you guys think. Are you excited for The Division Resurgence? Will you be playing it? Will you at least play the beta to check out and see what it's like? I feel like that's one of the better ways of doing it is to just check out the betas and see whether it's actually fun or not, or whether it's just more of the same. Not that more of the same can be a bad thing. Because I mean, The Division 1 and 2 people seem to enjoy and have fun with for the fans that did play it, right? I played The Division 1 and I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's fun to... Our next story comes from GameSpot. And it's about a spiritual successor to Nights in the Wood. Revenant Hill has been cancelled. And yeah. Following its initial reveal during the PlayStation Showcase in May, Revenant Hill, a spiritual successor in the darling Night in the Woods, has ceased development according to a statement released by the game's developer today. So, the account for the Glory Society released a lengthy confirmation that the game has been cancelled. And this is a kind of long statement. Friends, followers and fans, making anything complex poses challenges along the way. Games take a while to make and usually require a good team working together. We've been lucky to have one such good team. Unfortunately, recent serious health issues have necessitated 2 key members stepping away from the project indefinitely. We're a small team and we each wear multiple hats. This is a loss of several hard-to-replace hats in an environment where all hats are needed, given the realities of schedules and budgets and the fraught task of reworking the whole project within the parameters. The team has amicably decided to suspend operations. For all intents and purposes, this is the end of the development of Revenant Hill. We are a cooperative and we make decisions as a group, whereas this was the clear path to take for the well-being of the team, which is frankly more important than games. In the future, after dust is settled, perhaps we'll talk about what we've made and learned together. In the meantime, we want to thank everyone who worked with us, supported us and believed in us. Sometimes things happen beyond your control that change the available options, and you just have to roll with it together. Glory was a project in and of itself, and it's one we're proud to have been a part of. Thank you for caring about what we did. Take care of each other and support the workers doing the labour of making games you love. We'll see you around the Glory Society. So yeah, Revenant Hill is not going to be happening. And the game sounds kind of interesting, what they were going for. Because there's a bit blurb at the bottom here. It says that Revenant Hill was intended to be a game set in the late 1910s, where players would take the role of Twigs the cat, who is forced to live in a wet log after his barn burns down. The official PlayStation blog post after the reveal said players would do things like grow crops to sell at the secret market, figure out what ghosts want, and host increasingly ambitious parties for witches and demons and other things that don't have proper names. So I think there's going to be more like paranormal thing, a supernatural game, and it sounded interesting. And it's just unfortunate, and I hope that the two people who had to step away for health reasons, they get better and everything, and that the other people find success, because from the sounds of it, it looks like they're sort of going to have to go their own way for now to do other projects and stuff, because they don't have the full team to make games together. Or at least that's how this post reads for the time being, which is obviously unfortunate. But let me know, guys, down below, were you looking forward to this? Was this something that you were interested in or not? And our final story of the day is that Nintendo and Microsoft won't allow horror game Christmas Massacre, dev claims. The game is too crazy for Xbox and Nintendo. So, Christmas Massacre, a PS1 style horror game, will be released on PlayStation later this month. When asked by fans if it would come to other platforms, the developer Papa Combo responded only PlayStation will allow it. So, yeah. We'll give this a watch. Yep. So it's Christmas Massacre. I'm gonna mute that though, because I don't know what the music is. But yeah. So you're basically Bad Santa in this. You know, there is a theory, you know, Santa has a good list of the nice kids, and then he has a bad list of naughty kids. And nice kids get presents, and naughty kids get coal, or nothing. I mean, it's different, right? And it certainly does have a PS1 style to it. Yeah. But apparently Nintendo and Microsoft just weren't behind this at all. We're not supportive of this, and we're just like, you. And it's a bit weird because the developer's other game that he made, Cannibal, which is similar to this game, was allowed on Xbox and Switch and PlayStation. So it's very, very weird that they won't allow this one. And it's not like that's the only game that is like this, right? There's loads of different horror games and violent games and other stuff on these platforms, right? This isn't the first one, and I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, Video Games Chronicles, who wrote the article, have reached out to Microsoft and Nintendo for clarification, but at this time they don't have anything back. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for all the videos of today. Sorry. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know, guys, what you think about everything today. And I will see you guys in the next one.